Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, everything in place, your favorite blouse hugging just right, your hair having one of those rare cooperative days, your lipstick carefully applied, and yet something feels off? You're not sick, you're not sad, but there's a tiredness reflected back at you that doesn't match how you feel inside. It's not your face that changed. It's not your style that's gone stale. Sometimes it's something far subtler and far more powerful than we realize. It's color. You see, the shades that once flattered you in your 40s or even 50s may now be doing something quieter, but more damaging. They can wash out the natural warmth in your skin. They can exaggerate the shadows beneath your eyes or flatten the brightness in your expression. And the worst part? We don't notice until we do. And by then, we've often spent years dressing in hues that slowly muted our light without ever meaning to. This video isn't about fashion do's and don'ts. It's not about chasing youth or dressing to impress anyone else. It's about reflection. The literal one in the mirror and the deeper one within. Because how you see yourself each morning matters. And sometimes, a small change in shade is all it takes to feel reconnected with the woman inside. So today, I want to walk beside you, gently, respectfully, as we explore 5 colors that may be quietly aging you, and, more importantly, share what to wear instead to restore softness, glow, and grace to the face you've earned. Because your beauty isn't gone. It's just waiting for the right light and the right color to step forward again. Color number 1, ashy beige, the fade out trap. There's something about beige that feels familiar, safe. It's the cardigan you always grab for cool mornings, the blouse you keep wearing because it goes with everything, the soft slacks you wear on quiet Sundays. It doesn't demand attention. It doesn't make waves. It simply slips on and lets you move through the day. But one afternoon, I looked in the mirror, wearing my go-to beige sweater, and felt something I didn't expect. I felt invisible. My features, once vibrant, once full of warmth, seemed to melt into the fabric. My eyes didn't sparkle like they do when I laugh with my granddaughter. My skin, instead of glowing, looked pale, even a little tired. And the worst part was, I couldn't put my finger on why. Until I took that sweater off. And suddenly, my face came back. My color came back. And I realized it wasn't me that had changed in that moment. It was the color. You see, as we grow older, our skin changes quietly. The undertones shift. The natural contrast we once had between our hair, our skin, our eyes, begins to soften. What once looked rich and creamy now looks flat, dull, even cold. And colors that blended beautifully in our 40s or 50s can start to betray us in our 60s and 70s. Ashy beige, especially with gray or taupe undertones, is one of those silent culprits. It seems elegant, sophisticated, understated. But for mature skin, especially skin that's lost a bit of its natural warmth or brightness, ashy beige can create the illusion of fatigue. It pulls the color from your cheeks. It makes your skin look sallow. It flattens your features. And worst of all, it whispers something you didn't mean to say. I'm fading. You're not. But the color might be telling the world that you are. And maybe you felt it too. You dressed carefully, added your favorite earrings, even put on lipstick. But still, something felt off. Like your energy didn't match what you saw in the mirror. Like your reflection didn't quite honor how vibrant you actually felt inside. Color does that. It either lifts us or dims us. And beige, while cozy and classic, has a way of dimming. Especially in photos. I once wore a full beige outfit to a family gathering. Linen pants, knit top, even shoes in the same tone. I looked at the pictures afterward, and I could barely see myself. I'd blurred into the wall behind me, my smile floating in a sea of neutral nothing. But here's the good news. You don't have to abandon beige altogether. You just need to let it evolve with you. Swap the ashy tones for warm neutrals. Think champagne, buttery ivory, toasted almond, warm oatmeal, golden sand. These tones still give you that quiet elegance, but they reflect warmth instead of draining it. They lift the light in your skin, especially if you've gone silver or salt and pepper up top. And they let your features, your real beauty, step forward again. If you still love your beige cardigan, and I get it, I do too, try layering it over a blouse with a bit of color near your face. Soft coral, rosewood, a dusty plum, even a warm ivory collar. It's just enough to bring dimension back to your features without overwhelming your style. One woman I spoke to shared that she always felt meh in her favorite outfit, until she swapped the beige scarf for one with a bit of peach and gold. Suddenly, people were complimenting her skin, her eyes, her glow. Same woman, same outfit, just a new light. That's what the right color does. It doesn't cover you up, it lets you emerge. And I want you to remember something. Your presence is not meant to be quieted. Your face is not meant to vanish. You're not a background character in someone else's story. You are the leading lady, and the world deserves to see you. So if beige has been your comfort zone, that's okay. Comfort is beautiful. But from now on, let it be the kind of comfort that still lets your soul shine through. Because you haven't faded. You've simply outgrown the colors that can't hold your light anymore. And light, your light, deserves to be seen. Color number 2, bright white, the overexposure effect. White feels timeless, classic, clean. It's the shade we've been told to wear when we want to look fresh, pulled together or put together. A crisp white blouse, a tailored jacket, that favorite linen top you save for sunny days. They feel polished, don't they? But here's the quiet truth most women don't hear after 60. What used to feel bright might now feel stark. And sometimes, when you catch your reflection under indoor lighting, in a photo, or across a mirror on a gray morning, you don't look fresh. You look frozen. Because bright white doesn't just reflect light, it amplifies it. And the areas it amplifies most, the shadows around your eyes, the fine lines along your cheeks, the small shifts in skin tone that come with time, grace, and wisdom, all suddenly appear sharper, deeper, more pronounced. Like someone turned the contrast up just a little too high. It's not your skin, it's not your age, it's the glare. One woman in our community, her name's Anita, said it best. She told me, every time I wore my white blouse to brunch, I felt like I needed more makeup, more blush, more concealer, and it still didn't help. But when I switched to a soft cream top, people started asking me if I was sleeping better. She wasn't, but her face looked more rested, because the color finally let it rest. You see, white isn't bad, but after a certain age, pure white can become less forgiving. It doesn't bounce with you, it bounces off you. It creates hard edges where you want softness, flatness where you want radiance, and under fluorescent or natural light, it can leave you feeling like the light is too bright, but only on you. So what's the fix? Ease into ivory. Try a gentle off-white, a buttery cream, a soft pearl. A tone with just the slightest hint of warmth, not enough to feel yellow, just enough to reflect you, not bleach you out. These gentle whites play well with silver hair, with soft blonde, with salt and pepper. They frame your face instead of washing it out, and they let the focus shift, not to the blouse, but to your smile, your eyes, your warmth. You're not a blank canvas anymore. You're the full painting. And the color you wear should enhance the life in you, not erase the lines that tell your story. If you love white, you don't have to give it up. Just shift it. Try layering a soft ivory tank under a cardigan. Try cream-colored earrings against your cheek. Or take your favorite pure white top and drape a colored scarf. Blush, rose, navy, gold. Right at the neckline. That little frame of color can restore the glow instantly. The goal isn't to look younger. The goal is to look like yourself, fully lit, gently lifted, and seen. So the next time you reach for white, ask yourself, does this bring me forward or push me back? Because your presence doesn't need brightness. It needs balance. And when you get the white just right, you won't need makeup, filters, or tricks. You'll feel, as one viewer put it, like I came home to myself in the mirror. And that feeling? That's what color is really for. Color number 3, black, the sharpener of shadows. We've all heard it. Black is classic. Black is slimming. Black goes with everything. And for decades, it probably did. That little black dress, the tailored black slacks, the black turtleneck that made you feel powerful and poised. But then one day, something changes. You slip on your favorite black blouse, look in the mirror, and instead of feeling sleek, you feel sunk. The face looking back at you seems heavier, sharper, somehow more tired than you felt just moments ago. You touch up your concealer, add blush, maybe even a bold lip. But still, it's not quite right. You look at your eyes, and they look darker. The lines near your mouth, more defined. Your cheeks, more hollow than you remember. It's not you. It's the black. Because black, while elegant and undeniably iconic, is also the highest contrast color you can wear. And after 60, when skin loses a bit of its natural radiance and structure softens, that intense contrast can turn subtle shadows into sinks. It sharpens under-eye circles. It deepens laugh lines. It flattens the softness around the cheeks and jaw. Instead of highlighting your grace, black can drain it. Silently, Marcia, one of our longtime viewers, once said it best. I always wore black to feel powerful, but one day at a family gathering, someone asked me if I was feeling okay. I wasn't sick. I was just wearing black with no color near my face. That's when I knew. My wardrobe was working against me. But here's the beautiful news. You don't have to give up depth or drama to feel radiant again. Just shift the shade. Try deep navy. It's rich, commanding, and plays beautifully with silver or salt and pepper hair. It brings intensity without harshness. Or try charcoal gray, softer than black, but still grounded. It hugs the shadows gently instead of deepening them. Espresso brown, with its warm base, can bring out the rosiness in your cheeks and the gold in your jewelry. And if you want something with a little more creativity, try eggplant. It's regal, unexpected, and adds mood without weight. It makes green eyes sparkle and warms up blue tones in your skin without ever shouting. Now, if you still adore black, and many of us do, you don't have to retire it completely, but wear it mindfully. Keep black below the waist, in trousers, skirts, shoes, where it still grounds your look. And up top, soften it with color near the face. A scarf in plum or rose, a pearl necklace, a pair of gold earrings that catch the light, even a colored camisole peeking out from under a black jacket can make all the difference. The goal isn't to ban black, it's to balance it. Because you've spent a lifetime becoming softer in the ways that matter. Kinder, wiser, more open. Your wardrobe should reflect that evolution. It should frame your beauty, not compete with it. And when you start choosing colors that echo your energy now, the warmth, the wisdom, the calm, You don't need to cling to the armor of black. You get to wear strength with softness. Because at this stage, elegance isn't just about sharp lines. It's about knowing when to let the light back in. And the moment you trade harsh for harmonious, you don't look less powerful. You look fully alive. Color number 4, pale pastels, the fading effect. There's something innocent about pastels. Soft pink, baby blue, the lightest whisper of mint or lilac. They feel safe, feminine, gentle. And for many of us, they remind us of spring dresses, Easter Sundays, or the sweet sets we once wore as young mothers. But then, one day, you pull on a pale peach blouse or a baby blue cardigan. You look in the mirror, and instead of feeling soft and radiant, you feel washed out. Almost like someone turned down the saturation on your reflection. Your skin looks dull. Your hair, especially if it's gone gray or silver, seems to vanish into the fabric. There's no pop, no light, no warmth, just beige on beige, fog on fog. This is what I call the fading effect. Because as much as we want to believe that light colors are always flattering, pastels, especially those pale, low saturation ones, can quietly steal your presence. They don't mean to. But when your natural hair and skin tone have lightened with age, and that's natural by the way, those barely there shades stop offering contrast. They don't reflect light onto your face. They blur the edges. They drain the life from your expression. One woman once told me, I wore a soft pink blouse to a dinner, and everyone kept asking if I was tired. I wasn't. I'd slept 9 hours. It was the shirt. It's not that pastels are bad. It's just that you have changed. Your glow is deeper now, softer in the most powerful way, and your colors need to rise to meet that. So here's the gentle shift. Instead of baby pink, reach for dusty rose. It still has that gentle femininity, but it carries more depth, more story. Trade that icy sky blue for cornflower. It's richer, a little more grounded, and it brings out the whites of your eyes and the softness of your skin without disappearing into it. Instead of pale lilac, try lavender gray or heather plum. These muted midtones hold the grace of pastel without the ghost of it. What you're doing here isn't rejecting color. You're reclaiming it in a way that sees your skin now, not 20 years ago. These colors don't overpower, but they honor. They honor the wisdom behind your eyes, the silver threads in your hair, the softness in your smile. They say, she's still gentle, but she's not fading. She's glowing on purpose. And let's not forget the role of layering. If you still love those pale pieces, that soft blush scarf, the powder blue tee, pair them with something deeper near your face. A navy cardigan, a gold necklace, even a swipe of bold lip color can ground the look and keep you from vanishing. Because fading isn't your story. Not now. Not ever. You're not here to blend in with the wallpaper. You're here to be the painting, the light source, the moment in the room where people's eyes gently land and stay. You've softened, yes, but you've also deepened. Your palette should reflect that. Color number 5, jewel tones without balance. You've always loved a splash of bold color. Ruby red, deep emerald green, that royal shade of amethyst you once wore to a friend's anniversary dinner and felt radiant in all night. Jewel tones are powerful. They feel elegant, confident, like the velvet evening gowns of old Hollywood or the scarves your mother saved for special occasions. But maybe lately, something's shifted. You pull on that rich ruby blouse, look in the mirror, and instead of looking energized, you feel a little swallowed. It's like the shirt enters the room before you do. You haven't changed your taste. But something in the reflection doesn't feel right anymore. And it's not your body. It's not your confidence. It's the contrast. You see, as we age, the color map of our face subtly changes. Our hair might go silver or white, our skin might lose a touch of saturation, and even our eyes may soften slightly in brightness. That's natural. It's not about fading, it's about evolving. But those saturated jewel tones, they still carry the same intensity, and without balance, they can create a harsh divide, pulling attention away from your face instead of lifting it up. One woman told me, "I wore my favorite sapphire blue dress to my granddaughter's recital. I loved the color, but every photo, all I could see was the dress. I looked like a floating head." It's not that jewel tones are off limits, far from it. But now, they need a gentler touch. Not less beauty, just more harmony. So instead of stark emerald, try dusty teal. It still whispers sophistication, but it doesn't shout over your features. Instead of amethyst, reach for heather plum, a color with depth, but softened like a thought remembered fondly. Rather than ruby, try mulberry, rich like wine but grounded and warm. It brings color to your cheeks without draining it from your skin. These colors aren't dull. They're seasoned. They don't grab attention. They hold it. And when people look at you in them, they don't just say, "What a gorgeous color." They say, "You look stunning today." See the difference? You're not dimming your light. You're choosing bulbs that match the room you're in now. And that room? It's full of wisdom. Grace, beauty that knows its own name. There's also a way to bring balance back if you still want to wear those brighter jewel tones. Anchor them. Add a neutral near your face, a soft ivory scarf, pearl earrings, or a hint of cream in your makeup. Let your features breathe. Because at this age, we don't need to prove anything. Not with clothes, not with color, and certainly not with loud tones that try to speak on our behalf. We choose hues that echo who we've become. Deeper, wiser, still vibrant, just not trying so hard to be noticed. Because the woman you are now, she doesn't need noise. She is the presence in the room. And the right color doesn't just dress you. It reflects you, quietly, brilliantly, truthfully. Bonus segment: how to discover your real palette now. What if the colors that used to bring out your sparkle now feel like they drain it? Not because you've lost beauty, but because you've grown into a different kind of beauty. This isn't about age in the way magazines talk about it. It's about evolution. The quiet, steady shift that happens over time. Your hair turns silver. Your skin softens in tone. The contrast that once made bold reds and icy blues pop might not feel quite the same. That doesn't mean something's wrong. It means something's different. And it might be time to rediscover the palette that reflects the woman you are now, not the one you were in your 30s. You see, our coloring is like a painting, and every few decades, the light in the gallery changes. What once looked luminous under bright overheads might now shine better in softer, golden afternoon light. So how do you find the colors that fit you? Today, no need for a stylist or a color analyst. Just a mirror, some daylight, and a few pieces from your closet. Stand near a window with natural light. No harsh overheads. Take 2 scarves, shirts, or fabrics. One in a warm tone, maybe a golden yellow or coral. One in a cool tone, like icy blue or lavender. Hold one up to your face. Look closely. Does your skin look brighter? Softer? Do your eyes seem more alive? Now try the other. One of them will likely make your skin glow, your under eyes soften, and your face feel lifted. The other might cast shadows. Bring out redness, make you feel tired, even when you're not. That's your clue. Warm tones tend to work best on those with golden undertones, peachy complexions, or honey-colored eyes. Cool tones flatter pinker skin, silver hair, and those with light eyes. But the real test isn't a chart. It's your feeling. The moment you hold up a shade and your face relaxes, when you say, "Oh, that's me again," that's the color that's waiting for you now. You don't need to throw out your wardrobe. Just start noticing. Start experimenting. Start welcoming color back into your life. Not to chase youth, but to celebrate who you've become. Because discovering your real palette isn't just about clothes. It's about finally seeing yourself clearly, kindly, truthfully, in the light you now live in. You're not dressing to disappear. Before you ever open your mouth, your clothes have already spoken. The colors you wear, they carry a message. Sometimes that message whispers strength. Sometimes it says, "I'm still here." But too often, without meaning to, our colors start to say something we don't intend. Something like fade or blend in or worse, vanish. But you're not here to disappear. As women over 60, we've done our share of adapting. We've dressed for others, for the job, the church, the holiday photos, the family events. But this chapter, this one's for you. And color? Color is one of the most personal, most powerful ways to show up in it. See, color isn't just about hue. It's about how you feel inside the hue. It's about how a soft ivory lifts your cheeks, or how a dusty rose makes your silver hair glow, or how navy makes your eyes come alive again. The right shade doesn't just match your skin, it matches your soul right now. So maybe today, just take a moment. Walk into your closet and notice what you reach for out of habit. That beige sweater, that black turtleneck, that pastel top that makes you look a little tired. Then ask, is this color telling the truth about me, or just echoing an old version of me I've outgrown? You're allowed to evolve, you're allowed to glow differently, and you're allowed to be seen. So tell me, which color have you been wearing because it's safe? And which one are you ready to explore just to see what you discover in the mirror? Leave a comment below. Your story, your insight, might just help another woman rediscover her own light. Tap like if you believe that style doesn't come with an expiration date. And hit subscribe for more honest, uplifting videos made for women who are no longer dressing to please, to prove, or to pretend. You're not dressing to look younger. You're dressing to feel like you. Still vibrant, still visible, still evolving, with grace, with joy, and with color that finally fits the woman you've become.